everyone. Today we will be making baked mac and cheese. It has a nice crispy breadcrumb layer on top. Let's get started. So we will be preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And next we will cook the pasta as instructed on your box. Okay guys, so once you have your pasta drained, first thing you want to do is get your half stick of butter, unopen it, and then butter the pan. Or cooking spray is another alternative, but I like the butter better. Okay, so after that's done, you want to get 2 tablespoons of milk. It seems like very little for mac and cheese, but trust me. Okay, so after you're done that, what you want to do is start assembling. So we're kind of making it like a lasagna, but with macaroni pasta. So first layer, we're going to do pasta. And put in half of your pasta. So after this is done, make sure to spread it out evenly. Okay, so after you are done this step, next up, we will add a little bit of salt and pepper just to garnish. Just a pinch of salt should be enough. And then add your breadcrumbs. So if you don't have breadcrumbs, what I prefer, and I've actually done this to make these, so what I used is you take 2 pieces of bread, toast them, and then put them in the blender. You get a breadcrumb-like consistency, as you can see here. And after this, you put in, so you'll need like a fork or a spoon to do this. What I like to do, or not what I like to do, you put the butter and you make little slabs, and you put those on. Make sure to only use half of your butter. So I've used about half, so I'm gonna set this aside. And next up, we got the cheese layer over here. And put in about a cup of cheese. But only, remember to always do half and half because we're making layers and we want them to be equal. So remember to have about a cup of cheese. Should be enough, should be more than enough. And this is a 1 cup measurement. So, and then take half of this cup and sprinkle it over your pasta. Try to make it as equal as possible. It doesn't look like a lot of cheese because butter is actually the main ingredient in this recipe. Okay, after you've done this, repeat the layers. So, pasta. Because if you do all the layers at once, the bottom won't cook as evenly as the top. So, yeah, only the cheese will rest on the top if you don't do layers. Make sure to break up all your pasta before putting it on. Try to spread everything as evenly as possible. Try not to leave any pasta. Okay, so once this is done, now what we do is put on the butter. Or you can do salt and pepper first, which I like to do. Okay, here's 1. And here's 2. Okay, so after we're done that, I'll put on the remaining butter. And then for this layer, we'll do breadcrumbs on top. This pasta is gonna be so buttery that you'll actually see the butter melting and forming in the corners. So it'll taste very good. Trust me. Here's one. And here's a second. Okay, so after we have 6, I like to divide them 6 and 6, so 12 in one. Put on your cheese. I like to use the hand because then you can measure out and try to spread as equally than if you use just the cup and just spill it, because you might accidentally spill it in a certain place. So this doesn't look like a lot of cheese, but it'll be a lot of cheese. It's not called macaroni and cheese for nothing. Okay, so here's your pasta, and don't forget the breadcrumbs. Oops. Forget the breadcrumbs. They are what make the crispy layer of macaroni and cheese. And after this is done, place it in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. And then after we do that, we can add breadcrumbs over it to give it a nice crisp garnish. Because these breadcrumbs won't be as crispy as if you add them at 15 minutes after baking. So let's put this in the oven. Here we'll need about another 10 minutes to cook. And yeah, so the cooking time was around, for me, 45 minutes, and hopefully for you as well. Okay, so let's try our recipe. It has that, like, you might be thinking that half a stick of butter is a lot, but it really, you guys have to try this for yourself. I wish I could give you taste through the camera. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.